Hey everybody, welcome to Melman Podcast. Our next episode, I'm very excited today. My name is Zach Marzo.
David Melman.
And we have Carlos Tavares here. He is the owner-operator of Tru-Shine Cleaning Services. He does all commercial cleaning, some residential. He'll tap into it. He knows more about his thing than I do. Commercial properties, restaurants specifically. Everybody knows and is afraid of germs, more so now because of the virus. And he can explain the importance of, keeping things clean and the services that he provides. But before he starts speaking, I just want him to know we're grateful to have him on the channel, and I want him to start off just by telling us what Tru-Shine is, maybe a little bit about himself, and kind of what you do with Tru-Shine Cleaning Services.
I'm Carlos Tavares, the CEO of Tru-Shine Cleaning Service. I'm from Dominican Republic. Come here to the state like 15 years ago. I come to the state with a big drink on that time because, that time I only come to visit. But, I stay. I start working. The first position I get, I don't like it because it was a construction. I start my from that. I quit from over there. I start my career on hospitality after that. First job, dishwasher, brother. I love that job. After, I get out from construction, that's hard. Sure. I get to dishwasher. I say like, man, this is my thing. After that, it's all history, man. 14 years. Cooking, and after 5 years ago, I don't want to. No, I cook, but
you don't cook, chef.
Not that way.
Not cook. You're a chef.
Oh yeah,
chef.
Yeah. I'm not. I cook, but right now I do consulting. But I have my own company, Tru-Shine Cleaning Service, brother.
Sure. And how did you were a chef in the restaurants. I'm sure you've been in, tons of kitchens and seeing how restaurants or how they're not cleaned appropriately. Is that what kind of got you the idea of starting Tru-Shine, or what made you say, hey, I can start this commercial cleaning because, these restaurants just aren't being kept as they should be? Well,
I see, I work, my last position was a executive sous chef from a fine dining restaurant. I was over there, I see the high quality of service or cleaning and everything they do, but we pay another company to do the cleaning because we don't do the cleaning, basically. I say, I know the lines, what was as a security chef, I request from the other company, what's the line my GM put to the other company. I say, well, I can deliver that too. I don't think made it a business right away, but I'm entrepreneur kind of mental guy. I start to educating myself every single day, doing all the stuff. I have family, 3 kids, very young. I even was in the house, for a long time. I have to, go work many hours, brother. It's many hours.
Sure.
I get home, even sometimes don't see my kid for 3 days, even sleeping on the same home. But I somehow take a break from restaurant. I take a break from my position that time. And I say, I need to come out with something because, we in America, I think this is a place where you can drink. It's like, when the people go to Disney, they say, oh, that's the place where you drink as a kid. I say, this is America, the place you drink as an entrepreneur, sure, as a people, on the individual, Here you can drink and do because everything is possible in this country. Even for an immigrant like me, my English was not even close to whatever I can speak today. And right now, I have Tru-Shine Cleaning Service 5 years in the business. Starting providing cleaning for restaurant, and now we provide cleaning to any kind of facility. And we just base ourselves on satisfy all the customer and provide it. I'm even on restaurant, I always get a mentality, deliver. You have to 100% deliver. If you deliver, you don't even need to promote you so much because you're going to grow. Every single people gonna talk good about you. And after that, it's just phone call after phone call, hard times comes, stuff you cannot control, like stuff happening right now. So sad, for the people losing. But man, this we have to deal with this situation. We have to keep moving.
Of course.
Sure, you attack head on. 5 years, you said, right, Chef? 5 years?
Yes,
Okay.
5 years.
And how many total restaurants are you in now with contracts? And these are not just once a month cleaning. This is every night, making sure the place comes in the next day in perfection.
Yes.
So we're not talking about once a month cleanings. You're in there every night, 7 days a week.
Yes.
So you must have a large crew as well. If you have multiple restaurants every night, how many total employees do you currently employ?
We employ currently we have 18 employees.
Okay.
Some are on break for the same situation.
Sure. Sure.
But we trying to bring everybody back. We're trying to get all us customers back. Get it back on track. And even we never go away. We lost business for one side, but now we figured out like we need to grow on other sizes. That's why this situation we have to take it. We have to dig. Thinking on all this situation and take the advantage from this situation. Somehow, it's a hard situation, but we're gonna deal with this for I don't know. We don't know because it's we don't know. But we have to get out the best ways possible from this situation. Like you guys, I see this invitation you give me today, man. I come to David offices many times. He always proves something. I see this situation take him to another level together with Sad. And it's like that's the thing we're supposed to do, brother.
That's the goal, and I give you a lot of credit because in your industry you have 18 plus employees. These are people that can work a restaurant, a couple hours of cleaning, go to the next restaurant. So they're probably doing a couple restaurants a night. But these are people that are working a shift, which is probably the last wanted shift to work.
Yes.
You have 8 to 4. You have 4 to 12. This is an overnight shift because they're cleaning the restaurants and nobody's in there.
Yes.
So you have to find the team, not only to find the team, you have to find the team willing to work these kind of hours and adjust their lifestyle with their families. So it's not easy at all. I think it's easier to find somebody to work 8 to 4 than it is to find somebody to work midnight to 8.
Sometimes, like for fine, you always gonna make your mistake. You have to give opportunity to people, and you're gonna give opportunity to people. But for me, the way I start to building one employee database that respond to everything my company want on quality and stuff like that, I start to doing, when I start, it's hard, because you start giving job to people only because you know them, not because they can deliver. Or it's not because, they have the experience where they know how to clean, because you can say, okay, I know how to clean because my house is, I leave my house as spotless and, I can do anything. But it's not the same thing. Commercial cleaning as company that have to deliver a service is not, it cannot be any little space where you open the opportunity to other company to just get you business.
Sure.
That's the way I see it. The way I see it is like, for me, I need to walk every single corner where other people have opportunity on top of my company. I need to deliver 100%.
Sure.
That's what I try.
It sounds to me like, and I appreciate your energy, because during this time, like, Carlos is saying, whether, business is slowed down or it's picked up or whatever, he's maintaining a positive attitude, which is 100% the best thing you can do regardless of the circumstances, because he's running a business and you just got to keep trucking and keep moving forward. But what he's saying to me is, the commercial cleaning is much different than, a restaurant saying, well, we have employees that cook and do this and that. Why can't I just pay them to clean? Well, obviously, the commercial cleaning side is much more involved. There's different chemicals, there's different equipment, and it's letting the professionals do what they know how to do. Just as in our business, you let people who know the area of expertise, and you let them handle it, as opposed to a restaurant just kind of doing it on their own. But
sure.
Carlos is basically, it sounds like to me that you're delivering on the customer's expectations, the client's expectations, so that you're not leaving any gaps in there for another company to come in and steal that account. And that's just your hustle, which, is awesome.
That's a nice point you brought up there too. Not only that, there's health scores. Companies come in there to rate the restaurant. So if it's not to a certain level, that restaurant's closing. All right. For a certain amount of time, they're getting hit with fines. So this is something you don't overlook. And you're working at a pace where it's perfect. You've been in the pits for years and years, from dishwasher to cook to chef. So you see it. And I remember 10 years ago, back at that restaurant, I did some bartending there, some serving there about 10 years ago. And you were there, the chef, and your team didn't leave until it was spotless. Because at that point, they didn't even have, I think, the company there to clean every night, because you made sure your team did a great job to begin with. And that probably got your brain thinking too, like, why should the team be there when let the experts do it? Let the team to come in there do it. These are cooks and chefs and dishwashers. They're not professional cleaners. We're not talking about dusting. You have deep frying machines. You have ovens. You have things that food keeps touching and touching over again. There is no room for error when it comes to food and contaminating food. So you have the professionals in there using, I'm sure, great quality products. And how did you go from one company to have a contract with, to 2 to 3 to 5 to a lot? How did you go through those phases of getting more contracts? Was it referrals? Was it word of mouth? What happened?
My first contract, I had to trade it for some help I do to the restaurant. I say, I help you out, with that problem you have. But I have this cleaning company. I want you cleaning contract. And he say, if you do everything as a chef the way you do it, I give you that job, because I know you're going to do it that way, even and you don't know that industry yet.
So he was the chef. They asked him to come back and be the chef, but he said, one condition: I'll be the chef. I'll do what I need to do. I'll manage the cooks. Let my company clean.
Yes.
Was that your first contract?
That was my first contract.
That's pretty cool.
I was a pretty good good account, and I really appreciated them. I worked for them for 4 years. Everything good. That's the first people give me a executive position to me. I was in the industry for a long time cooking. I know I have the all the qualities, but the people I have before, they don't want to give me that position. They give me that position. They trust, they put trust on me. I delivered for 4 years. I made my career toward get my cleaning company on the middle. And that was the first people open the door, because after that, it's like, if you clean that restaurant, we're going to say the name, Davio's Another Italian Steakhouse on Fifth Plaza. If you clean that restaurant, every time we go there, we see that restaurant shining, and you the cleaning company cleaning over there, you got my contract. That's a second restaurant. The second restaurant told me, if you keep the kitchen shine like the Davio's one, I talk good about you. What happened after that? 3-4 contracts per month. We finished before the coronavirus to 28 contract restaurant providers. On my industry, it's very hard because, like competition, employees, low payment, and stuff like that. But I keep paying them good. Don't even pay myself for like a year.
Mm-hmm. Well, you were talking earlier as well that, they could leave you today and go, elsewhere, maybe make the same amount of money. But the difference is that they see maybe your passion and your hustle, and they admire that, and they want to keep working for somebody who cares about them and who cares about continuing to grow, because that matters. Yeah. It's not all about, hey, I can go over here and make an extra 50 cents. Well, what is your work, what is your work like? Do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy who you're working for? And it sounds like Carlos goes to bat for his employees, where he'll even pay them over paying the mortgage on his house, or he'll just do whatever he has to do. Yeah. But not many people, they want to own their own business, but they don't want to stay up every night and, pick up a call at, 1 a.m. if it's a new contract or a new, service. That's, that's the difference. Before I forget it, you mentioned something that I don't want people to miss, and that was that your first account basically got secured because they knew how you worked in the restaurant. Mm-hmm. And we've talked about this before. You don't know who's watching you. You don't know who's looking. You need to bust your rear end, for lack of a better word, every time you're either on the clock or delivering newspapers, I don't care what it is, you work as hard as you possibly can because you don't know, maybe 2 years, 3 years from now, that same person can give you an opportunity. And that was the restaurant that was your first contract. If you showed up every day and were miserable as a chef, they probably wouldn't have trusted you with cleaning the restaurant.
It's not about, some people, when I start, told me like, hey, that's not even your job. Why you do it? They don't pay you for that. That's why I don't do anything, because I say like, I want to learn what he know. He's a sous chef. He showed me something he do every single day. He do it because he have the quality to do that. Because it's not, you put a dishwasher to do it. If we go to my industry where I start,
Sure.
But that culture between employees, between the boss, and that thing you want, but always you know what you have to deliver. But you have to do that. You have to have that relationship between owner, employee, and the employee need to feel so secure. You're gonna answer to them. You're gonna respond. You're gonna support them the most you can. Because, some people take advantage of that. But, some people know. They like to feel secure. They like to feel, it's like, man, if I have this problem, like right now, a lot of people, they don't have money even to pay the rent. Hey, if you work for me, you're the best employee, you go to me, I have the ability to help you, I'm gonna help you right away, because it's a change between me and you. You deliver, I help you. You deliver, I support you. You deliver, you have a job. You deliver, you have everything with me. That's it. That's easy.
It's a great mindset, and it's, you care about your team, but that also goes the other way. You're also smart enough to understand you're not going to be taken advantage of either. Caring is a great quality. And one thing that you really can't go overlooked at, sometimes you care, but you're caring maybe to the wrong person, or people that don't care back at all. Mm-hmm. So you need to also understand that fine line of, I'm going to take care of you because you're taking care of me. And it's a home. We take care of each other. That's all it is. It's a mutual, we care for each other. But if one person's going to say, I don't have to do this because that's not my job, or, whatever, I'm going to come in late, I'm going to miss work, they don't care about you, right?
Yes.
And that puts you in a tough position, because then you have another 17, 18, 20 people that you do care about.
Yes.
So now you have to balance it out, Don't think that running on care is weakness to a potential employer, because I would always prefer to run on care and love, as you run on care and love. Mm-hmm. But for 1 second, don't take it that you're going to get taken advantage of because you run on care and love, because you're a smart guy too, Yes. And hopefully you never even have to go down that road, because you can just avoid it and you hire the right people, but you don't know always who you hire. You don't know until you see them in their working months and weeks in. You don't know. So you take that chance. So you can't always hire perfectly. So, you can run a business on care and love, but also have a strong backbone to stand up for yourself and say, listen, I'm a great boss. I'm fair. I'm a leader. But you have to also, you got to put your time in. You got to work hard.
Start as a subcontractor 5 years ago. We spent 2 years doing the subcontractor. We don't have any account direct to us. Nobody knows Tru-Shine. They know the other company.
Right.
What I do, I told my wife, like, hey, we need to get from here because we need to grow. We need to grow this name to provide for the many people as possible. Sure. That's my mentality. My mentality is giving job to 500,000, 5 million, 5 billion. But I need to work toward that, every single day. And that's the thing we've been doing on Tru-Shine, and man, I feel so proud, to come here and talk about this, because, I don't have many opportunity to talk about, everything we've been doing for 5 years. And right now, I think this was the best, man, I was dreaming about this, I was thinking about this from David told me, we're supposed to do it last week, but, I was so busy, because right now we cleaning to the DDS, the, government facility, trusting us to be inside of there.
Sure.
This is something I feel so proud, man. And this is just a miracle, man. This team being so good, so grateful. And right now we don't, we just gotta keep moving, man. Not even we right now in this bad situation. I know many people passing through hardship, but we need to. I'm passing I'm dealing with hard stuff,
Yeah.
man. I have a lot of money out of the door. I don't know if I'm going to get it tomorrow, but that don't mean I'm going to say, David, you know, I'm sick. I'm not going to come in here to talk to you. No, I need to keep moving. I need to introduce my product. You know, my product, I can tell you. Tru-Shine Cleaning Service, Carlos Tavares is going to be my people deliver the value because they know the mentality of the company. You know,
that's the way. Deliver
that's the way to grow and treat people with love. You know, make sure you employ first. You know, make sure your customers are happy, but you already work the ground. You already have the culture on the company. Make the customer happy. It's gonna be easy. You know, it's easy after you inject that to any business.
And,
you know,
and to kind of on an end note, you know. 15 years ago, you moved to the country. No English, nothing. Construction, dishwasher, company that has employees at 28 plus contracts, multi-millions of dollars of revenue. 15 years of no English language. All right. So don't think that it's impossible to succeed with a couple of years of really hard work. Yes. You had that. You had something on your shoulder. You didn't speak English.
Yeah.
You know, you moved to a country where you need to speak English. So how many years did that eat up learning? 5 years, 7 years, and you're still learning.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not one for excuses. When I have people like you next to me that I know in my life that bust their ass, get at it, and make sure that they can take care of other people's family and friends because of what you provide. That's what I'm about.
Yeah. Sounds like, for me, what I just got from what Carlos is saying, one is being responsible for your actions, holding yourself accountable. No one's going to give you anything in life. It takes hard work. He could have came here and said, I don't speak English. You know, I'm just going to find something to do and, you know, live my life. So everybody out there that thinks that, you know, success just happens. I mean, we're still grinding. Even though he's had some success now, the mentality doesn't go anywhere. No one's going to hand him anything. No one's going to hand you anything. You got to go out there and get it. And, you know, keep on crushing.
Sure. Yes, Carlos, I want to thank you for coming on here. You know, loved having you here. Actually, one of the first ones in person we've done. So you're going to be in for the record books.
Where can people find you, Carlos, if they're watching this and they say, hey, I got a buddy who owns a restaurant and looking for someone or someone that needs some cleaning done? Website, phone, Facebook, what's the best way to get a hold of you and Tru-Shine?
Basically, Tru-Shine, you can find it right now everywhere because we've been working a lot on, you know, we've been working a lot on how to set up the page and have us communication or social media have the same you know, vision, the same.
So Facebook,
you know, Facebook. We on Facebook. We on Instagram. We on website. The website. www.trushineservice.com.
And I'll have the link to Carlos's website in the description of this video so you can find him. And at the end of the day, you know, everybody wants things to be clean, especially more than ever. Carlos is awesome. We appreciate him.
Great. Thank you. Yeah.
And let's rock and roll.
Thanks, Carlos.
Yeah.
See you, man. No.